All right, GM guys. I hope I'm audible. Am I audible? Okay, let's share this live stream. All right, GM, am I audible? GM, am I audible? Okay, I think I am audible. Let's share this live stream. Okay. All right. So quick one. Let's quickly brush through the market and see what the market has for us this week. So early hours of this morning, I gave a short signal to my private channel. Yeah, I told everyone to short BTC at this level. We also have an entry somewhere around this level, right? Now, but before we go into the whole signal stuff, because this signal is already playing out, we are in profit. As you can see, if we move this guy closer, you can see we're already in profit. I took a long this morning from BTC. It was a very, very quick scalp, and I took profit here. Then I flipped short at this point. All right, but let's do the general analysis. Let's start from the weekly time frame. Please, if you're here, I would love you to drop a comment. I would love to see your comments. I would love to see your comments. Also, share the live stream. Let's do well to share the live stream. All right, let's do well to share the live stream. Okay, thank you, Chijoke Daniel Jones. I can see you. I can see you. I can see you. I can see you. So I want us to go over BTC on the weekly time frame. Let's see what the market has in store for us. Right. Um, I've been saying this for quite some time now that I think we are pretty much sitting on a very good zone for BTC to have a decent bounce. But that doesn't take away the fact that we are still in a bear rally. Yes, I still believe so much that we have lower support to take out before we can start calling for a bull, right? So I want to quickly go over the weekly time frame. Let's do our top down analysis, right? Let's do our top down analysis and then um, let's let's do our top down analysis and let's see where the market leads us to. All right, so if you're just joining, please drop a comment. Please drop a comment. Please drop a comment. Drop a comment. It can be as simple as GM, it can be anything. Just drop a comment. Right. So I want us to quickly go over BTC on the weekly time frame. Let's see what the market is set to do, and let's see how we can navigate this market very well and accurately. Yes. Let me see. Thank you, Eric. GM Eric. GM Eric Mo, how are you doing? How are you doing? Okay. So somebody else just joined us. All right. If you're here, please drop a comment. If you're here, please drop a comment. And please share the live stream. You can copy the live stream, share it to your WhatsApp status, share it to your friends. Just do me a favor and share this live stream. Can we do that? Thank you. And also drop a comment, right? Before we go full mode on our technical analysis, right? Before we go full blown mode on our technical analysis, I want everyone to please drop your likes or rather drop your comments. Yes, drop your comment. Sorry, guys, please. Okay, who is here with us? Who is here with us? Oh, Eric Moore, say I'm good. Thanks for all you do. Thank you so much, Eric Moore. I'm very, very, very glad and I'm privileged to do all I do for the community. Oh, thank you, GM Gib Hub. Thank you, GM Gib Hub. How are you doing? Thank you, Eric Moore. Thank you for that encouraging word. All right. So while we are waiting for others to join us, please share this live stream. And if you're on this live stream, please drop a comment. I don't want us to waste time and I don't want to take much of your time because I also have a combined live stream with my very good friend, Drink Chaser. I have a combined live stream with him, which I will be joining him shortly. But I quickly want to go over BTC's price action here with us before jumping on another live stream, right? So let's quickly take out all these drawings. Let's take out all they are very much long. Okay. I want us to do a full-blown technical analysis on BTC, right? Without any bias, let's just look at the market for what it is. It is important for me that you understand why we call for certain things and at certain times in the market. It's very, very important that we understand why. Okay, so I just took out all my lines except this one and this one. Yes. And this is because I still have a bias of BTC coming to 79K. As you can see here, 79,390. And over here we have 74,419. Sorry. But quickly, I want to show you guys something on the monthly time frame. Let's start with the monthly. You guys can see my screen, right? Now, for each time, there's been a retracement in the market, and for each time BTC has pumped, there is a significant factor that I need to point out, and there is something that has consistently happened. Please, if you can hear me loud and clear, I want you to type in the comment loud and clear. I need to make sure you can hear me. Okay. So now something always happens before the market takes off. I've noticed it on the monthly and I've confirmed it on the weekly. Now I want to show us what happens basically on the monthly time frame before we start having a bull move. Now let's start from here. Anytime you see the market retrace, anytime you see BTC retrace, always know that there's always going to be a candle that will take out the previous month's low to take it out, and then the next candle after it will have to struggle with the previous month's candle in order for the market to get bullish. Let me explain. Now, study these three candles: one, two, three. This particular candle here, dumped. Yes, the market dumped. This candle came and took it out. The moment this candle came up and it couldn't take out this low, that was a signal for buy. Yes, it was a very good signal that the market was going to go up. It was a very, very pure signal that the market was going to go up. Right. In this case, this happened in August 2024. Yes, you can see what happened in August 2024. We had a bearish cycle, we had a bearish market, right? And then September came up and didn't take out the low of August, and that gave rise to BTC moving upward. Now, 2025, we had a similar movement in March, right? But this time around, in April, the candle that came up took out the low of March, and then we shot upwards. Now, let's go to the weekly time frame so that I'll break this thing down and it will be very clear for you guys. Now, on the weekly time frame, let's study this. I saw this and I did a study on it. I think that was I did a study on this last week, and I was like, oh, I think everyone needs to see this, right? Everyone needs to really, really see this, right? So we have this candle that came up on the 5th of August, right? BTC went down, recovered, and then the subsequent weekly candles that came up, none of them took out this low. You can see none of them came back to take out this low, and that's what gave what rise to the pump that we saw that happened from last year, 2024, up until this year. Now, there's also something significant I also want to point out. When we came to this year, the same thing happened March 2025, right? We had BTC dump, and then we had this green candle that took out the red candle, and subsequently we didn't have any other candle that took out this low. We didn't have any other candle that took out this low. And if you notice, this is where I've now placed my support for a buy on BTC. And the reason is simple. This already has formed a support bias for the market. The event of March this year has formed a support bias for the market. I know many of you will not understand what I'm saying right now, but just follow me. You're going to get it. Right? By the time we start going down to lower time frames, you're going to get it. Now, we've also had a dump so far, so good this year, since September. Yes, since September, we've been going down. Now, for us to have a complete bullish recovery on BTC, I need the market to take out this low of November. Yes, this low of November 10th or so. Yeah, November 17th rather. I need the market to take out this low of November 17th. But and the fact that we've not taken out this low calls for safety measure for me, right? I can't go full blown long until I've seen that the market has taken out this low. There has to be that candle that will come here, bounce, possibly come to this low and pick support, and then we start having a what? A full-blown reversal on BTC. And whenever this happens, it's going to give rise to what? A head and shoulder pattern on the weekly time frame. So I'm not absolutely bullish in the market for BTC, but I can bet you that on lower time frames, I'm actually bullish for some certain reasons. Now, there's something I need to explain about technical analysis, right? In technical analysis, there's always two bias that you must take as an analyst. Yes, there's always two bias you must take as an analyst. Now, one of those bias is a bullish bias, and the second one is a bearish bias. Now, the fact that you are bullish does not mean you should not have a bearish bias. No. What technical analysis does is simple. I have my support, I have my resistance. I analyze to check which one is closer. Is it the support that is closer? If it's the support that is closer, I start telling people on time that this is what's going to happen and this is what will most likely happen. If it's the resistance that is closer, I start telling people on time that this is what will most likely happen and this is what will happen. So most times when people say you have two-faced, you are two-faced, the truth is people saying that are actually babies. They are actually newbies, because every good professional technical analyst knows that there is no one side to the market. There is always two sides in the market. So on the monthly time frame, we can be bullish. On the weekly time frame, we can be bearish. On the daily time frame, we can be bullish. On the 4-hour time frame, we can be bearish. On the 1-hour time frame, we can be bullish, and on the 15 minutes time frame, we can be bearish. And I can give my analysis based on all of these time frames. For example, for some of you coming from X, formerly Twitter, you would have seen me say over time that BTC is most likely going to come to 40K. And I'm not lying. It's because if you go to the chart, there's a very significant support, or there's a very significant support on that area. You can't deny that. Okay, let me show you. Let me quickly show you. Let me show you the support that is going to bring BTC to 40K. I think I want to do that on the monthly time frame. Let me go to the daily. Because most times when we say this, people don't really get it. You can see right here that there's already a support on BTC at 19,000. But relax, this is extreme. You may not like this now, but don't worry. It's not. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. But sorry. But when it comes to the 40K region, I can bet you that there is a strong support. Okay, I think I have okay, this is what I think this is what I'm looking for. Let me go to the weekly time frame. Or the monthly. All right. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Yes. Now, you can see this area. This is 45,000, and this is what? 38,000. There's a huge support sitting there. This is 49,000, and this is 53,000. There's a huge support lying there. But because I said this is going to happen doesn't mean it will happen now. And this is one beautiful thing about technical analysis. When an analyst gives an opinion, you need to try to understand from where is he speaking from. Is he speaking from the daily time frame? Is he speaking from the monthly time frame? Is he speaking from the 1-hour time frame or 4-hour time frame or whatever time frame he's speaking from? This will help you understand his analysis better. Because at the same time that I'm saying BTC is going to come to 40K, I'm also saying BTC will get to 95,000. Now, people will be wondering, how can you be saying BTC is going to come to 40K and 95K at the same time? No, I'm not saying it's going to happen at the same time. No, I'm not saying it's going to happen at the same time. I'm just showing you what the market has in store so that you can prepare. and a very good trader. Now, let me also drop this line here. You can be a good technical analyst without being a good trader. Yes, you can be a good technical analyst without being a good trader. And you can also be a bad trader and be a good technical analyst. And at the same time, you can be a good trader and a bad technical analyst. It's true. Different principles play out for different occasions. You can be a good trader on the fact that somebody might be giving you signals and you're taking the signals and it's going well for you. But that doesn't make you a good technical analyst. And you can also be a good technical analyst, but your trades executions are bad. Do you understand? Please, if you understand up to this point, I want you to drop a comment in the comment section, right? I want you to drop your comments in the comment section. And if you can hear me loud enough, also type loud and clear. I want to really make sure you're following. Let's go back to the weekly time frame. Now, I have my support and resistance panned out on different time frames. And this morning, I gave a short signal in my private group and in the free Telegram group. I gave a short signal on BTC, right? And that short is currently playing out. I'm in profit and they are in profit. And there's a reason why I gave that short signal. Yes, because I saw that, oh, you know what? BTC is sitting on a resistance. Look at this. Look at your screen now. This is a resistance. And that is where BTC is resisting from. That is where BTC is resisting from. You can see that, right? Now let's go to the daily time frame. I think I'm done with the weekly time frame. So what am I saying? Generally, I'm saying I'm bullish. On the mid-term, I'm bullish. But you see, on the long term, I'm bearish. Now, why do I say so? I'm only bullish for this December. Nobody can guilt-trip me into being bearish for December. Nobody can do that. I am extremely bullish for this month called December, but it only ends in December. It only ends in December. It's not moving to next year, except there's a reason for me to go bullish next year. I don't know if you understand that. If there's a reason for me to be bullish 2026, of course I'm going to be bullish in 2026. I'll tell you, right? Because that's part of the things I know how to do well. I always tell people what to expect from the market even before it happens. And most of you are witnesses to that. Now that we are done with the monthly and weekly time frame, let's break down BTC on the daily time frame. Let's now understand what is the nature of the market today. And so for that, I'm going to start with the daily time frame. Already BTC took out support yesterday at 88,066.04. Now, if you go to X, formerly Twitter, I gave a tweet yesterday around, let me see the time. I dropped a screenshot yesterday around, what time was that? I think that was 6 p.m. Nigerian time, right? That was 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Let me quickly bring this up. All right. I believe you all can see this, right? Okay, yeah, you guys can see this. Now, this was the signal I gave yesterday, right? You can see here, my signal started from there. I said 88,186.37, right? And then 85,972.43. These were the two buy entries I gave on BTC. This was around 4:37 p.m. Nigerian time. That was when I gave the signal, 4:37 p.m. Nigerian time. Now, let's go back to the chart so you can see what the market did. Sorry, guys, I'm with you. Okay. So now, yesterday, the market picked my entry exactly at 88,186. Yes, 88,186. And that was the same place I had given the signal from. And we took profit along the way, right? And we took profit early hours of this morning, actually. Yeah, we took profit early hours of this morning. And the reason why I'm shorting BTC is simply because Asia market has pumped very well. And I'm expecting a minor retracement, minor, keyword, minor retracement, not a full-blown retracement. So hence the short that I gave to the private signal and then to my trading challenge signal group as well. I am going to go full-blown short on BTC. This is not a financial advice, please. I'm going to go full-blown short on BTC around this area. That should be the 9,500. Yes, 9,500, right? I'm talking about something that I'm expecting to happen within the next 24 to 48 hours maximum, right? 24 to 48 hours. I'm expecting this to happen, and this is my bias. This is my stand on it, right? So now on the 4-hour time frame, what I've shown you guys on the daily time frame is clearer on the 4-hour time frame. Look how we picked this support. We picked this support exactly from 88,100, 88K, and then we rallied back to 89. I'm expecting BTC to take out 90,000 actually, and we probably will continue the dump. Right now, I also have a support on BTC at 85 and 85,000 region, basically 85,900, 85,500. I have a support on BTC at that level, right? And that's because I'm expecting the market to take a full-blown nosedive into this support. So far, so good. We've been taking out our support and resistances accurately. If you've been following me on X, formerly Twitter, up till now, you will notice that every move the market has ever made has been accurately predicted and executed by me, right? And that's because the market is simply a movement of support and resistance. But here's the catch. Most of you don't know what makes a support strong. Yes. Most of you don't know what makes a support strong. Most of you don't know what makes a resistance strong. And that's where, that's where there seems to be a problem for most traders, right? But I don't have any class ongoing right now apart from a private class that I'm taking on, right? I'm teaching technical analysis today to my private signal, no, not my private signal group, my private students, sorry. Yeah, I'm teaching them technical analysis today, and I'll be starting from the very basics of technical analysis to teach. Now, I can boldly tell you, let me go to the 15 minutes time frame. I want to check something. I can boldly tell you that BTC most likely is going to go to 90K, 9,400 today. And there's a reason why. Yes. So because of that, I'm going to take a risk long on BTC. Please, this is not a financial advice. I'm not telling anybody to do anything, right? This is just for entertainment and education purposes, right? I'm not telling you to execute anything. We are just here to learn. Now, because of a bullish sentiment I have on BTC, I'm going to take a buy, right? And the reason why I'm taking a buy is because of my ORB. Simply because of my ORB, right? Now, many of you have seen me trade. Many of you have seen me execute trades, and most times I will always tell you, oh, my ORB, my ORB. I keep saying it. The last time I did, the last time I did, the last time I did a trading challenge, I was executing my trades on the strength of my ORBs. My ORBs are my Asian babies. Yes, my ORBs are my Asian babies. I don't joke with them. I don't joke with them. They are not 100% accurate, right? But most of the times they are actually accurate. Most of the time. I said they are not 100%, but most of the time they've worked very well in my favor. Okay? So, on account of the ORB, I can tell you that on the 15 minutes time frame, BTC is going to move a bit bullish. And the reason also is because of sentiment. Right now, many people are shorting BTC. Many people have entered a short. In fact, I myself, I'm on a short trade on BTC. Like I said, I gave a short signal to my signal group, right? And those of you in the signal group, you understand that yes, I gave a short signal. But even while I am on a short position, I am also on a long position. It's called hedging. 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 Hedging means yes, I have a long time bias and I have a short term bias. My long term bias is what? Bearish. But my short term bias is what? Bullish. So I can enter a trade based on my long term bias, and I can also scalp another trade based on my what? Short term bias. So you can do both long and short on the same account, right? But you also have to be very careful. If you're going to hedge the market, you necessarily would use your stop losses, especially on your short-term buyers. Please, if you're understanding, I need your comments. I need your comments. If you have any question, you can ask me. If anything I say is confusing to you and you don't probably understand something I said, please drop it in the comment section. Tell me to revisit this. We are here to learn, right? So keep your comments coming in. Please keep your comments coming in. Make sure you like, make sure you also share the live stream, right? I think I'll be going on live on YouTube henceforth. Yes, I think I like the feel I'm having. I like the platform that I'm using. Of course, you can see it's being powered by StreamYard, right? I like the software. I like the platform itself, right? So I think we'll be doing this often, right? And if you want us to keep doing this live stream, even daily, you can just type daily in the comments. Yes, you can. If we all agree that I should be doing this live stream on a daily basis, trust me, we can pull it off. If we don't do it in the morning, we'll do it in the afternoon. If we don't do it in the afternoon, we'll do it in the evening, right? Mm, But the major thing is we must go live, right? So if you want me to go live daily, just type daily in the comment section, and I will make sure we go live on a daily basis. Also, make sure you share this live stream, drop a comment, share this live stream particularly. And if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, it's a good time for you to also subscribe to the YouTube channel. At the end of this live stream, I'm going to attach a link to my free Telegram channel where I drop free signals on a daily basis. Yes, where I drop signal on a daily basis, right? Okay, I can see a lot of daily in the comment section. I can see a lot of dailies. Okay, so we can do this live stream daily. And I love that this is the Christmas season, guys. Meanwhile, Merry Christmas in advance. I love that this is the Christmas season, and I feel it's a very good time for everyone to, make a few bucks for Christmas expenses. The reason I'm actively trading is because I am currently, grinding so I could put smile on my family's face. Of course, I called my mom this morning to tell her that, oh, I've sent you some packages, right? I sent some package home last week, and I called her this morning, and she was very happy, right? And that happiness inspired me to want to do more. And this is why we are trading. You need to understand why we are trading. Most times, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable, right? I think it was a great man that made that quote, right? When the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse becomes inevitable and is done carelessly. So one thing is we also need to understand, why are we doing this? Why are we trading? Why are we doing technical analysis? Why are we shouting on live stream? Simple. We are doing this because we know we are not living in the best of economy. The tax policy is going to be coming up next year, and things are getting more difficult. So our way out is trading. And if our way out is trading, it means we have to do it with all our heart. Secondly, we have our loved ones that are looking up to us. We have people that are challenged and inspired by us. Most of us are elder brothers, elder sisters, right? We have our younger ones that needs us. We have our parents that are getting aged and we need to take care of them. All right. So we are not doing this for selfish reasons. We are doing this because we have serious responsibilities on our shoulders. And we also have a corporate responsibility to the society, because this is also one way to reduce illegal activities in a nation where everyone is legitimately and legally doing what is right. That's why we are trading. So we are trading not just because we want to buy those Lamborghinis. Of course, it's very, very good. It's important to buy those Lamborghinis. It's important to buy those Bentleys. It's important to buy those Chevrolet, those Ford. Those are good, right? But the major reason why we are taking on this responsibility is for the corporate good of our family, ourselves, and for the society at large, right? That's why I love trading so much. It's my escape out of life's trouble. Yes, trading is one way I escape the troubles of life. For example, I just told you guys how I was on a call with my mom this morning, and I told her, "Oh, I've sent package for the Christmas to you guys," and she was very happy. She even told me about what my elder brother did. Right? She told me, "Oh, your elder brother just also brought these and these and these," and that joy, that joy that your parents, your mom, your dad is not worried about anything. They are not bothered about what they are going to eat for this Christmas season. They are not bothered about what they are going to wear or what they are going to drink. Man, that's an inspiration. I honestly didn't want to go live today, but immediately after that call, I told myself, you know what? I'm jumping on live stream and I'm doing analysis and I'm inspiring people, right? We have to utilize every moment and every season that we have. Yes, it's the Christmas holiday. Everyone is supposed to be having fun, but this is fun for me. Trading is fun for me. Technical analysis is fun for me. And I want to believe it's the same thing for you, right? So I'm going to be doing a live trading in my 100,000 to 1 million naira trading challenge community um, later on today. Yes, I'm going to be doing a live trading with them today, right? Meanwhile, if you want to know the details about joining my 100,000 to 1 million naira trading challenge, you can find it on X, formerly Twitter, right? Remember, nothing here is a financial advice, all right? We are here to learn. Now, let me break down the ORB. There's a reason why I'm taking a long on BTC. This is my ORB. It just formed. You can see the line here. Let me make this color red, right? You can see this red line, and you can see this red horizontal line too. You can see. Now, I'm on a long on BTC. I entered at this level, and my stop loss is below this lower ORB. It's called an ORB, right? It stands for opening range breakout. Opening range breakout. I don't have time to explain what it's all about right now, right? If you want to know what it's all about and if you want to learn technical analysis from me, you can hit my DM privately. I'm starting lectures today. I am starting lectures today. But if you know you want to be in that class, you can hit me up on X, formerly Twitter. You can hit up my DM. But mind you, it's not free. Yeah, it's not free. Let me also state that. It's absolutely not free, right? If you also want to be part of the private signal group, you might want to also reach out to me in my DM on Twitter, or rather X, formerly Twitter. Yes, you also want to reach out to me in my DM if you want to be part of my private signal group, right? I have structured my system in such a way that everyone is catered for, everyone is carried along. So if you want to be in the private signal group, you can be there. If you want to be in the free Telegram channel, you can be there. If you want to be in my trading class, you can also be there. If you want to be in my 100,000 to 1 million naira trading challenge, you can be there, right? There's room for everyone, all right? There's room for everyone. If you have any token you wish me to analyze, you also want to drop in the comment section. I'm only going to take 3 and we are done. Yes, I'm going to take 3 and we are done for today, right? And we'll resume tomorrow again in the live stream, right? But for now, I want to explain why I'm long on BTC. My ORB formed exactly at 9 a.m. London session. Yes, exactly at 9 a.m. my ORB formed, right? And according to the principle of my ORB, I am supposed to be on a long, not on a short. So despite the fact that I'm on a short on BTC, I'm on a short on BTC because there's a resistance here. You can see we've not broken this resistance. You can see what we are doing. You can see what we're doing. This yellow line is a very strong resistance. Yes, that's why we are on a short. But at the same time, my ORB is telling me what? Take a long. And I have and since I'm having 2 buyers, none of them are wrong. The long bias is right. The short bias is also right. I'm shorting because there's a resistance, and I'm longing because my ORB is saying what? Long. But like I told you earlier, you can take 2 different trades. You can take 2 opposite trades to different directions. You can, and the truth is, it's beautiful because I know that okay, eventually the market is going to come back down. Eventually, right? But before it does that, I can join the party. I can take a long. I've always seen people say that you shouldn't be longing on a resistance. Well, I know so much about the market to tell you that sometimes you can take a long on a resistance. Yes, it's called short squeeze. It's called short squeeze. The market makers know that you want to go short. The market makers know that you have already entered your short positions. But the market makers are going to what? Take you out on your stop loss. They love doing that. And how do they do that? They go the opposite direction. And after they must have taken you out, they now go to the original direction of the market. So that's why I can, take either trades. Someone is asking me, what factor determines the strength of a support and resistance according to your strategy? And what confluences do you look for? Now that's a beautiful question, but I'm going to answer the second one, and I'm not going to answer the first one because it's a private lesson for my students. Yes, sorry, I have to be biased here. Of course, they they are my private students for a reason, right? I'm going to answer your second question. What confluences do I look out for to strengthen um, my my support and resistance bias? Number one, Asia session and London session and New York session. I look for these 3 time zones and I look out for their confluences. Now, what do I mean? If Asia pumps the market into a resistance, chances are that New York will come out to dump the market. That's one. Secondly, if Asia develops a Monday high and a Monday low, that becomes my range to confirm either my bullish bias or my bearish bias. So if I mark out Asia high and Asia low for the Monday, that becomes my range. So if I see the market operating below the Asia low on a Monday, it's already a bearish bias for me. If I see the market operate above the Asia high on a Monday, is a bullish bias for me. Right now, the market is operating above. Yes, right now the market is operating above. Let me prove that. I have the horizontal line. Let me see. I brought it out this morning. Um, just hold on. Okay. All right. So I've gotten what I want. Now, please pay attention here. This, let me make it color. Which color do I choose for it now? Let me choose purple. Yes. You can see this purple line, right? You can see this purple line. And there's also another one down here. Let me also make that color purple. Now, these two purple lines are the Asia high for today and the Asia low. Yes, this is my confluence. Asia high, Asia low for the Monday. The market is already operating above the Asia high, which gives me sort of a bullish bias. Right now, like I said, if the market is operating below the Asia low on a Monday, it's already a bearish bias. But you may not see it happen today. You will eventually see it happen for the rest of the week. Yes. So automatically, this becomes my support. 88,000 becomes my support for this week. As we go higher, I know I'll develop more support on the go, right? But just to answer your second question, this is what I look out for. I look out for the three time zones, but I pay attention most especially to what Asia, because Asia determines the market. If okay, let me just give out this expo. Let me just throw out this expo out there. If you want to understand the market very well, study Asia session and study the interaction of the market for the rest of the day in relation to the Asian session. Do your study very well. You can back test. Go back last week Monday, Asia high, Asia low. For the rest of the week, what happened to the market when it kept coming back to the Asia high, when it kept coming back to the Asia low? What was the reaction, right? This will help you develop a a mentality, develop what do I call it now? What do I call that? Strength. It helps you develop mentality, it helps you develop a strength about the market. Now, that is not all I watch out for. That is not all I watch out for. There are other several confluence factors that determines what I do part time. One of them is the ORB, but I'm not going to be teaching about ORB on this live stream because it's a subject for a different class and a different level and category of persons, right? So I think that's that for now. So back to BTC. I think I'm pretty much done with BTC. Does anybody have any token you want me to analyze? Let's just take three, right? Let me see. Let me see your. If you have any token you want me to analyze, if you have any token you want me to analyze, just drop it in the comment section. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I have Solana on board. Yeah, I have Solana on board. Meanwhile, right? Meanwhile, um, let me also put this out there. If you want to be a profitable trader, pay attention to BTC. Forget about the noise in altcoins. Believe me, once you're able to get the direction of BTC, you've gotten the direction of the market entirely. Take it from me. Once you've been able to get the direction of BTC, you as well will be able to get the direction of the market entirely. If you're on this live stream, please drop a comment. Please drop a comment. Thank you so much, Timothy. Dominic, I can see you say Fightcon and Pendle. Somebody else say Pivas, right? So let me quickly bring up a tab and let's look at Fatcoin. I personally don't like analyzing shitcoins, right? Oh, okay. Beautiful. ZEC is doing mighty things here, right? But I think I'm bearish on ZEC for this week. ZEC did a full-blown 32% for us last week. Yes, last week I gave a trade on ZEC and 32% was secured. Okay, somebody said Ethereum, right? If you've seen me do BTC's analysis, you've equally seen me done Ethereum, right? But thank you for bringing up Ethereum because there's a different bias I have for Ethereum today. Yes, so I'm going to look into Ethereum. I'm going to look into Ethereum. Thank you so much. I'm not psychic for that suggestion. So let's quickly take a look at Ethereum quickly. Yes, Ethereum is giving a very serious bullish sentiment. In fact, I'm on a long on Ethereum. I longed Ethereum with 0.03 lot size, 0.04 lot size, and I'm on profit on both of my trades. on Ethereum. I'm on very good profit, and I'm so happy about it. Right? I'm so happy about it. So let me show you the beauty in Ethereum. Let's quickly see the beauty in Ethereum. My God, like this is amazing, guys. Like, damn, this is sweet. Can you guys see my chart? If you can see my chart, please type ETH in the comment section so I'll be aware you can see my chart successfully. Just type ETH, ETH, ETH. All right, thank you. Ethereum is bullish. I don't know how to explain this, but it's clear. It's clear. Look at this. See, guys, you can't take this from me. I'm literally one of the most accurate technical analysts on CT, the hottest, and one of the most accurate, if not the most accurate. I have been on Ethereum for the better part of December. Since 1st of December, I've been killing Ethereum. Long, short, long mention. Currently, I'm on a long, right? I took a long. My entry was 3098.70. 3098.70 is somewhere around here. I took a long. Now, I want you to see how beautiful support and resistance can be, right? Because right now we have a perfect double bottom on Ethereum. You can see it's a W shape. You can see. Take a look at this. Look at this. It's a perfect W pattern. Ethereum is bullish. And if we get Ethereum to break out of BTC dominance, then altcoins are going to move massively this week. In fact, I have a special bias for altcoins this week. I have a special bias for altcoins this week. But look at what happened to Ethereum. So yesterday, the market dumped, as you guys knew. But we took out, look at this, we took out 1 and 2. We took out support. Very clean support. So now, where am I expecting Ethereum to resist from? Let me go to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, I'm expecting Ethereum to start resisting from 3,205. 3,205, 3,207. Yes, that's because the support that gave birth to this pump, the resistance to that support is at 3,200. Yes, this is the support that gave birth to Ethereum. This one, in fact, there were two supports that gave birth to the pump that we saw and that we are seeing now on Ethereum. Two supports. The first support is coming from 17th November. The second support is coming from 8th December. 17th November and 8th December. These are the two supports that gave birth to the pump we are seeing today. Now, the first resistance has been taken out. The first resistance is at 3,148 and it has been taken out. So the second resistance that I'm expecting Ethereum to, start reacting from would be the 3,205 region. And if that happens now, let's remove all these drawings. Yes, let's remove all these drawings. Now, look at this. Look at this. Ethereum is looking to form a head and shoulder pattern. Look at this. Please pay attention. Please pay attention to your screen. Are you seeing what's happening to Ethereum? There's a possible head and shoulder pattern coming for Ethereum. So that I'm long on Ethereum doesn't mean, I'm totally long. Sorry, guys. All right. So, do you remember? I said, do you remember? Sorry, what am I saying now? We have a possible head and shoulder pattern coming for Ethereum, right? Now, if there's going to be an invalidation, I'm going to tell you guys what can invalidate that head and shoulder pattern. The only thing that can invalidate this head and shoulder pattern is if Ethereum breaks above, right, consolidate above and then move up. That's the only thing that can invalidate this head and shoulder pattern. But it's already obvious that there's a resistance at 3,200, 3,300 region on Ethereum, right? You can see the head and shoulder pattern is clearly forming, right? In fact, I think I saw someone drop this on my post on X. Yes, someone mentioned this on my post on X, and it was a beautiful chart that I saw, right? But let's not go ahead. Like I said, I already have a bearish bias on Ethereum when it starts getting to what 3,200, because the support that gave birth to this particular pump, the resistance is just there, sitting there at 3,200 to 3,250. Yes. So at 3,250, 3,200, I'm going to be taking a short on Ethereum. So my short is probably going to look something like this. Yes. This is how my short is going to look like. My stop loss will just be a little bit above there. While my TP, where am I going to take my TP now? Right. I think I'm going to bring my TP down, all the way down, all the way down. It may be a very serious dump eventually. Yes. Meanwhile, I have a BTC bias of 83,000. Yes. I have a BTC bias of 83,000, but let's not really go into that. So for Ethereum, I've shown you guys my bias, right? I'm bullish up until 3,200, and the reason why I'm bullish up until 3,200 is because we've already taken out this resistance. So we've already conquered this resistance. So I'm expecting we push to the nearest uh, resistance. That's the next resistance, which is at 3,207, 3,250, and from there we see how the market reacts. Right. The next token we will be looking into is someone said Pivas. Right. Let's get on Pivas. I gave Pivas some weeks ago to my private traders, and we made profit from it equally. Yes, we made very good profit from it. Um, so let's do Pivas. Okay. I want to show you how I traded Pivas. I want to show you how I traded Pivas because the chart is still there. It was an amazing trade, guys. Yes, this is Pivas. And when I gave this trade, I gave my entry here. Yes, I gave my entry here. And look at that. Let me see how many percent we did. We did, oh my God. If you held on to your Pivas from when I gave it, that's 226%. Crazy, crazy. That's really crazy. Now, what will I do with Pivas? Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in and see what's going on. This would have been a very good place to buy Pivas. Yes. I'm just seeing now that I even have a support there. Look at this. Yes. So 23% lost. Well, we didn't meet that, so there's no point. Um, if I'm going to take on Pivas, there's supposed to be a resistance here. And if I'm going to take on Pivas, I'm going to take Pivas from here. I'll wait for a retracement back to this support. Yes, of course, the very tight stop loss. I'll wait for a retracement back into this zone, right? Before I can take a long on Pivas. And I think that's 0.1386. Yes, 0.1386 with the stop loss sitting right there. I'm going to be dropping this chart on X later on. Yes, I'm going to be dropping this chart on X later on. For those of you on the BTC sale in the private signal group or in the trading challenge signal group rather, is already playing out. I can see BTC is dropping. Yeah. I can see BTC is dropping very, very well. Right? I can see BTC is dropping very well. So so for Pivas, I'm not bullish right now, right? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. And then finally, let's look at someone said fat coin, right? Someone asked for fat coin. Please tell me I'm correct. Okay, somebody asked for fat coin. So let's quickly do fat coin. I gave a signal on Solana yesterday, and I told my guys to enter Solana at 129, which they did, and it was a beautiful trade because we took profit early this morning. Yes, early hours of this morning, we took profits. See, trading is simple if you're following me. Trading is simple if you're following me, right? It's stress free. The market is literally, literally amazing. It's not hidden, right? So, fat coin. I don't like doing analysis on shit coins actually, because fat coin is a shit coin. I don't like doing analysis on shitcoin because they are very, very unreliable. They are not so stable, right? But let's try and see what we can do. Right. Okay, somebody said analyze more. Timothy says nah. I said let's do three. We've already done this is the third one, right? We did Ethereum, Pivas, and now Fatcoin. Oh, Fatcoin. You know, if I'm to do technical analysis on a shitcoin, I do it on the strength of short time frames, not long time frames. And if I'm going to take a trade on Fatcoin, it's simple. I'm going to wait for a retracement back to the support level, right? And that's going to give me a double bottom. You can see what happened here on Fatcoin. Sorry, yo, okay, I just started sharing the tab right now. You can see what happened here on Fatcoin. There's a double bottom. Okay, you can see this double bottom, and we took out this same liquidity area again. We took out this same support, right? So if I'm to trade Fatcoin, I'm going to be doing that on the strength of a double bottom, possible double bottom, right? That I'll be expecting. So something like this. Yes, something like this is what I'm going to be playing at. So I'm going to wait for what that drop to this area, right? Meanwhile, there's also a possibility for a possible long, even from where it is currently. Yes, even from where it is currently, right? This is a support. This is a support for Fatcoin. This probably may just be for today. All right, you may just probably want to take this one for today, and you know, but the ORB of Fatcoin is staying short, not long. Yes, the ORB is giving a short signal, so I'm not going to advise on this particular long. Rather, um, I'm going to take this one. Yes, I prefer to take this long than this one. This one is risky, so this one is more like if I want to take a risky long, I can just take this guy. But if I don't want to take a risky long, I'll wait for this. I'll wait for this to play out. Right. So that's for Fatcoin. Like I said, I'm going to drop this chart on X. So let me download this. Let's also download that of Pivas. And yeah, okay. Um, I think this will be all for now, right? I said I didn't want this live stream to be extremely long, and I believe we've spent much time here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a couple of charts on the Telegram channel, the free Telegram channel. So if you're not part of the Telegram channel, please go through any of my YouTube videos and look for go through my recent videos particularly, or you go on X, formerly Twitter, you go on X and look for the Telegram channel we are currently running. I opened a new Telegram channel, right? The old one isn't really, really functional, right? So because of that, I'm operating a new Telegram channel, and I prefer that Telegram channel to this one currently. Tau, watch out for Tau. Yes, watch out for Tau. Tau would have been on a good support if not that it has already broken that support, right? And since Tao has broken that support, the very next place I would want to the very next place I would want to take Tao from is going to be 275. I'll be watching out for Tao from 275 to 265. Yes, I'll be watching out for Tao from 275 to 265 for a possibly long. If you know you've received value, if you know you got value from this live stream, please make sure you drop a like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not a part of it, and also do us a favor by sharing the channel to your friends and to everyone you feel like needs to be here, right? Remember, we're going to be doing this on a daily basis, and probably from now to 25th December, right? I think that'll be awesome, right? Let's let's start doing this YouTube live stream, right? Let's start doing this YouTube live stream. So that will be all for today, guys. I'm going to drop this chart on X, right? And some of the requests you've also made, I'm going to drop it on X, right? Somebody said hype. Yes, I'm going to drop hype, ENA, Asta, right? I'm going to drop some of them on X too, right? For now, thank you so much. We have to sign out, right? See you guys tomorrow. I'll be giving us notification on the time for tomorrow's live stream. But in case you want to be early to the live stream tomorrow, please just turn on the notification bell on this channel. Turn on the notification bell on this channel. We've already spent 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 46 seconds in this live stream. Timothy says, I'm interested in your trading class, but I'm not a newbie. I love your style of trading and I love to expand my knowledge. But I'd like to know if you're into on-chain analysis, studying of whale movement. Yes, I'm into on-chain analysis, but there's a different way I do my on-chain analysis. I do my on-chain analysis by simply looking at the volume. Yes. I do my own analysis by simply looking at the volume of the token I want to trade for that day. Once I see the volume and check one or two other things, I'm good to go. Right? If you would love to be in my trading class, it's simple. Like I said, hit me up in my DM, and we can discuss about it. Of course, I'm starting lectures today, this very day. Right? So thank you so much, guys. I trust you got live value from this live stream. We'll be doing that again tomorrow. And okay, I'm also going to be looking into new listings, right? I think someone mentioned about new listings, how they tend to always, pump after a very significant bottom. I'm going to be looking into some current new listings. But if you want to take on new listings, right, focus on tokens and assets that are listed on Binance and Bybit. Yes, if you want to take on new listings, focus on assets that are listed on Binance and Bybit. Right. On-chain analysis is also key to spot those Binance alpha coins, which will be the next to do multiple X. Okay, yeah, I would love to see do you have any in mind, Timothy? If you have any in mind, you may want to drop them in the comments. I'll check them out later on, and I'm going to do analysis on them. And anyone I do analysis on, I'm going to throw it out there, right? But that side of the on-chain analysis, I I I'm not really into that. Like I said, the on-chain analysis I do is more of volume. I go to the blockchain to see the volume of that particular asset that I want to trade for the day. Right. Once I see the volume, it will tell me where the strength is. Right. So if I have a bearish bias and there's volume, it means the volume is going to be to the bearish side. If I have a bullish bias and there's volume, it means the volume is going to be what? To the bullish side. So thank you very much, guys. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Please make sure to spread love. This is a very beautiful season we are currently in. Of course, this is the Christmas season. For those of you in Nigeria, it's a good time for you to spread love. Look for someone to do good to, right? Like I said earlier on, the reason why we are trading, the reason why we're doing all this is because we want to do something good to our family, for ourselves, and to the society at large, right? So make sure to spread love today. Make sure to say hi. Any kind of good, if you like, you'll be inspired to do for anybody, just do them, right? And yeah, may the pump be with us. at this point, I don't even say what I mean, the pump be with us. I would say let the green be with us, right? Let the green be with us, because the green could either be from the buy side or from the sell side, right? Thank you guys. GM.